What's up, everybody? Just got a submission back today. It was a submission that I sent in. Uh, um, I think it was like late December, 2020. So I would say just over one full year to get it back. Maybe 13 months, but this batch was pretty much all um, all items that I was thinking of selling. Of course, we don't know what the grades are, so maybe I won't be selling them all. But basically, these are all from 1970 and before, because that is what is vintage for PSA. So I'm starting with the newest card and working way back. I put them in order. So I have seen the grades. I saw them when I was emailed the total. So anyway, here we are. And I don't have the setup Al does with the two cameras. So we're going to have to make do with what I have. So we'll try to avoid the glare from my screen and all that fun stuff. So the ones I do decide to sell, I'll be selling to, or I'll be offering them to the premium members first, and then whatever gets through that group, then I'll offer them to people in the Discord, and then I will put them up on eBay or wherever they need to go. So here we are. We'll start out with one of the guys that I really enjoyed collecting early on. He was one of those South Americans that I really wanted to grab some of his. There are earlier, but Teofilo Cubias. It is a PSA 2. So I'm thinking it must have been removed. I didn't look real closely, but it could have been. So sharp card otherwise, or sticker. So yeah, I'll take it. Next one was something I had bought from Italy during just before the rush. It's a Santos team card, the Mira Tutti. Let's see if it'll focus for you, but it's a PSA 4. Yeah, so nothing I plan to hold on to. Here is an Instantaneous Pele 1964. I got an excellent 5. What's cool about this is actually an action shot of his, as opposed to a lot of those photos that are like, off the pitch. So, I'm debating on holding this. These don't sell for a ton at the moment, so I'm kind of thinking I might just hold on to this, but we'll see. All right, I had purchased a couple sets of the 1963 Fleetway sets. It has a second year Gordon Banks, and then it also has depends how you want to argue it, a third year of Bobby Moore. So got a 5 Banks. You can find these in pretty good condition overall. So this isn't like a great grade by any means. All right, and then here's the Bobby Moore, which got a 4. Kind of a cool shot of him before he was heading the ball. All right, 1963 Panini. Let's see what we got here. Alfredo Di Stefano, apparently pretty good. Got a 5. It's a Velita back. So yeah, pretty content with that grade. I don't know what I expected. I don't even think I expected a 5, so I'll take it. Also submitted a Puskas, and that got a 4. Also a Velita back. they're a little rarer than the blank backs. But I don't know, based on condition, if the condition is usually better or worse with the Velitas. I think they are worse typically because they've been handled a little bit more. So here is a blank back Eusebio. It was folded in half. You can kind of see right here. So somebody kept it in their pocket, and it got a 1.5. So probably a half grade higher than I expected when I submitted it. I figured a card that was bent in half would get a 1, but I'm not a grader. All right, what do we got here? Okay, this one was actually the one that surprised me the most with the grade, disappointing wise. So I got a Dino Zoff Mantova. So it's the Serie A. But anyway, got a 2.5, and I like corners look really sharp for the most part. Centering's pretty decent. So I'm not really sure what caused it to get the 2.5, but if that's the one that I'm most disappointed in, so whatever. All right, submitted 2 of these, 1962 AMBC Bobby Morris. So they both got the same grade. They got a 2 with a miscut. You'll actually, if you look up the pop reports, about half of the cards are graded miscut. So it's just where it was. I mean, you can kind of see the borders. Like, I think it was on the corner of the sheet, and I think it just, it got cut worse than some others. So yeah, that's it. This one I felt like would have got a worse grade than the next one, because it's got that big crease you can kind of see over his shoulder and up to the top. Whereas this one really doesn't have that, although it looks like it might have some adhesive at the top. So I think I like the look of this one better, even with the little bit at the top. But same grade. So one of those will be getting sold. I think it'll be the first one. Okay. Graded some A10 Gordon Banks rookies, 1962. There is an earlier one, or the same year from Chile, but this is probably the most common and the most well known of his rookies. But I got a 6 for this A10. I wasn't going to submit this one for some reason. Because I felt the other one I submitted was so much better. But pretty happy getting a 6 for it. I don't know where that is in the pop report or like how it is. It's probably middle of the pack is my guess. And yeah, so this one I am quite excited about. This one got a 9. It is a pop 1, highest graded ever. Whoa, that's a good one. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, there we go. So yeah, pretty stoked about this. That's probably going in the safe. So I'm pretty happy to get a 9. That probably paid for all the grading on its own. So pretty happy. Yeah, 1960 Hemets Journal Garincha. It's a page of 4. So a lot of these got cut. So it's a hand cut, and I would say probably over half of the ones I see are graded 2, just because of what they are. There's typically some paper loss on the back, and yeah, but whatever. A 60 Garincha, what the hell? Let's see. Dallas snap and resub snap and resub, or just keep the Zoff as is. That's a good question. I'm debating. I'll probably just hold for now. That'll probably end up just going in the safe, and then if the card ends up becoming bigger than it is now, I'll resubmit it. But at this point, I don't really see the point of me paying $50 or $100 to get it graded again. But it might be worth holding on to for now. All right, this was just one. I figured, what the hell? 1959 Heinerly Uwe Seele, just a low grade, 1.5. So when you were getting them for $10, it was just pulling stuff out that I could throw on eBay. So that's probably where this is going to end up. So it looks like a couple of people need to get banned from our chat. Also, I've been putting together a I guess collection of 2-time winners of the World Cup. So I was just submitting cards of them to get graded to throw on the side and just keep their earliest card or sticker that I have, and then upgrade over time, which I've already done since I submitted these, but submitted a couple Aquarellas, one of Castillo and one of Morrow, and they both got 3s. Pretty beat. I don't know if they would get 3s again. I think maybe they weren't soaked. I don't know. But 3s for Aquarellas. Anything over 2 is, decent. But yeah, I have stuff from 55 or, so these are kind of not in the collection anymore anyway. All right, some 58 Cadet Suites. I got, this is Bobby Charlton with an 8, which I think most that are graded are 8s. And then a 9. So, yeah. 9 I'll take. I think there's 12 or 13 of those total graded, and that's the highest graded for Bobby Charlton. And then I also submitted Jimmy Greaves. I submitted 6. I'm not showing all of them, but 5 of the 6 graded a 9. So happy with that. And then, yeah, another one of the big ones, a Greaves 10 from 1958. So pretty happy about that, I would say. There are 3 10s, and this is going to be me getting on a soapbox for a second, but I submitted a handful of each of these, and of the Bobby Charltons and the Jimmy Greaves, and all of them but one was graded a 9 for Greaves and then a 10. And then all of them but one was graded an 8 for Bobby Charlton and a 9. They all came from the exact same complete sets. So I'm questioning if there's not some bias in there, or they're not grading the Charltons, more strictly. I mean, I think that there's, if you just look at the pop report, the answer is yes, because you just see, what these are coming out of the exact same sets, and all of them are getting 8s for Charlton, and all the others are getting 9s. So we'll see. There's nothing you really do. Maybe they have a harder grader looking at them. I don't know what to say. But Stefan's asking, what am I selling? So I'm selling to the premium members of my Discord first. Whatever doesn't sell through them, I will be putting up in my Discord to the public. And then whatever doesn't sell there, I will be putting on eBay or whatever auction house. So, but there will be some I'm holding on to. So, but I would say that it's probably over. I would say probably at least half of the stuff you see now will be getting sold, if not more. Also, 1958 Fockring Bremer coffee. It's just Fontaine. If you're familiar with these, most of them you see pulled out of albums, so there's the glue stuck to the back and everything. This pretty beat up, but it's clean on the back, and it graded a 3. So pretty happy that I got a 3 out of it, just so that it's not mixed up in the 2s of album removal. So yeah, pretty happy getting a clean backed Just Fontaine from 58. All right. Okay, this is a Swedish issue. 19. They graded it as 1950s Svartvita. It's Puskas and Sigga Parling. So graded a 6. Says 1950s. It's this match. There's only one match where the two of them, or there's two matches actually where the two of them faced each other, and they're both in 1955. So my guess is this is like a 1956 issue. That's my best guess, but because the second match was later on. But I mean, I guess they could have done it late 1955 if it was. This is the first match. I don't know the answer. So, but yeah, nonetheless, a good early Puskas before he joined Real Madrid. So, happy getting a 6. All right. I have 3 the Vogelsang Tabak World Cup cards. So 1954, all of them with Puskas on it. So let's see. I got a 7 for the number 6. A 6 for number 56. And a number 65 for also got a 6. So yeah, pretty happy with those. I mean, 1950s Puskas grading 6s or more. That's pretty good. All right, so that was all of the post pre-war. So now we're getting into pre-war. And there was actually 3 cards that did not get graded. They're in here. So I know what they are, obviously. So let's see what they are. They were all given an N9. So I don't know why, but that's what they decided. And I've seen other people getting them graded. So I'm not really sure what the reason was, other than the grader just did not know. So basically, they're all Koenigs. So I have the Italian one with Meazza on it. I have Sorosi and Sindelar. So I don't know if I can talk to somebody and maybe get those resubmitted and graded. Just because I think that whoever was grading it just didn't. When I submitted it, they only had them. You could only submit them under Koenig. And then since then, they've changed the title of each of the cigarette companies. And so that's the name on the label. So I think what happened is, in the meantime, I had it listed as Koenig. And then when the person looked at it, they couldn't find information on it. So, maybe I can get them to reconsider and grade them for me. All right, so now we're getting into pre-war. That's my wheelhouse, but these are kind of the ones I'm just considering selling. So graded a 39, Stanley Matthews. The Wills graded a 7. Yeah, fine, good. It's not out of the ordinary for the grades, but it's a higher one on the pop report, and so pretty content with that. 1935 Murati with Kuzora and Sepan. Graded a 6. The Muratis typically come in pretty good grades, so I mean, I don't think the 6 is out of the ordinary for like what you could buy from like German eBay. Another one I was pretty happy with was this 1935 Patrio Stanley Matthews Sporting Events and Stars. It graded an 8, which I think is a second. So there's one graded 9, and then this is the one graded 8. So pretty good for a second year Matthews, and it's a cool photo card, which sometimes those can get pretty beat. All right. Let's see. Now we're getting into 34s, which I was just trying to pull some of players that I liked or felt the card was decent condition, which apparently I'm incorrect sometimes. So Jimmy Mcgrory, big time goal scorer. Ardath scored a ton of goals and basically got a 5. So that's essentially like a common that you could buy. And then also his Carreras from 34 graded a 6. So neither of those are really probably worth any more than they were being pre-graded. Maybe a little bit, but he's one of those guys that like I like to add when I see it pop up, and I feel like at some point the market will catch up to him. All right, another 34 Carreras, Dixie Dean. This one graded an 8, so pretty happy with that. Think that any 8s of Dixie Dean are gonna probably hold value pretty decently. So yeah, happy with an 8, Dixie Dean. 1934 Hill, Stanley Matthews, rookie-ish. Graded a 2. There's a stain on the back, and I think there's actually something on the front as well. So I didn't expect this to grade very well, and it didn't. So there you have it. Here's one that I this is going in the collection. It's 1934 Patrio Footballers in Action, Matthew Busby. Graded a 5. Pretty good condition. I wouldn't say it's out of the ordinary, but I feel like they're reasonably difficult to find nowadays. I don't see too many Busbys popping up. There is a 32 Busby. It's the it's cut. It's like a hand cut. So I don't know. This might be his first actual photo card. All right, 1932 Bulgaria Sport, Sindelar. You guys know who that is, I'm sure, or if not, read up on him. Graded a 6.5. So yeah, I'll take it. They come in pretty decently good grade traditionally, but I would say anything over like at a 6 or higher is pretty decent. All right, 1926 Grayling. This is a couple of Uruguayans, so it kind of interested me, and I bought it for a few bucks, many years ago. But Aremon and Paolo play for Peñarol in Montevideo, and graded a 5. So getting a 26 Grayling and getting a 5, I'm content. All right, now we're into the early 20s. 1922 Pluck Man City team card with Billy Meredith on it. Graded a 4. The 1922 Godfrey Phillips Pinace, Billy Meredith, graded a 3. Yeah, any Billy Meredith, you can't go wrong. Well, some people don't like that quote, but I feel that's true. And all right, this one is listed as 1913 F&J Smith Football Club Records. This one's got a stain on the back, but it's actually 1917. They ran 2 issues. It's 1917 and 1923. So depending on which card. But this one, they have it listed as 1913, but on the back, it actually makes a comment about 1916. So it definitely cannot be 1913. Anyway, yeah, another one graded a 2. So yeah, kind of a cool classic, the circle or the oval photo card. I like those. I think they're very classic. This was F&J Smith Cup Tie, Hamilton. The only reason I graded it because I thought it was in decent condition, and it came back a 3.5. But like it's super clean, black borders, there's typically a lot of chips and that sort of thing. And this one just seemed to look pretty good. So yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. I just like the look of the card. All right. 1908 Teddies. I'm not sure why they listed this as 1908. There's 1907 and then there's the 1914. But they listed this as 1908. I'll have to do some digging and see what's up with that. But it's Vivian Woodward, who's like one of the guys I collect if I'm looking to buy like kind of a common card. He's not a common, but a lot of people don't know about him. So he's a guy that when I go to buy a card, if I just want something from a particular set, I try to look for him or a few other players. So getting a Teddy, 3.5 grade. I mean, I'm happy with that. Like, I'm actually super happy with that. LB asking, LB asking a couple questions in here. Am I parting ways with the Meredith? I will be, yes. Like I said earlier, I will be offering it to premium first. And then the Discord then goes to auction. And did I get any zero upcharges in this whole thing? So pretty happy with that. Because there are a couple stunners in here that, if they knew, would definitely be worth more than $500. All right, here's a Fatty Folk, 1907, 3.5. I think this is probably overgraded, but yeah, another one of those guys that, as people become more familiar with pre-war UK, I think he's going to be one of those guys that a lot of people start looking into over when they can't afford like the big four pre-war guys. Got a couple of the Ogden football club colors with Stephen Bloomer. This one's 2.5, and this one graded a 4. So yeah, I'm probably going to hold on to the 4. I'll probably move the 2.5. Okay, a couple of 1904 Cadles, Charlie Athersmith cards. So there is, this one got a 2.5. Oh, 3. This one got the 3 with the MK, because on the back there is a small W. So some collectors' initials, they stamped it right where my finger is. You'll see that WW stamp on a decent amount of pre-war cards, particularly of rare issues, from my experience. So the other one is a 2.5. I feel like the one with the WW stamp it's a nicer looking card. This one's a little bit more beat up, but this one gets a 2. The other one gets a 3. MK. I'll be holding on to one of them. I'm still debating on which one. I'll probably have to take a closer look and really decide if that stamp matters to me or not. And finally, a 1902 Ogden's General Interest G.O. Smith. This guy got a 3. So, I mean, that's about what you expect, 2s and 3s from the early Ogden's issues, unless you get a super clean one. And this is like super off center. So I don't know if it would have graded higher. The back is really clean. So maybe it's just that it's so off center that they had to ding it a bit. But yeah, this one will be going in the collection. So that's that. Half hour in, we just looked at 50 cards. I just didn't show you a few of those cadet suites that I had graded, because there was really no point in just flipping through, 10 more cards that are just doubles and the exact same grade. So pretty happy with the grading overall. Not disappointed in too many of the cards. Most of them made sense to me. I think that Zoff is the biggest one that I'm questioning, and then the 3 Koenigs. So we'll see if I can get that resolved. If not, whatever. What are you going to do? Yeah, but super happy with the 10 Jimmy Greaves. I mean, a 1958 PSA 10 is pretty phenomenal, even in a set that has really good condition. And then also super happy with that PSA 9 Gordon Banks rookie. So, yeah, that's that. Appreciate you guys watching. And, if you're not a member of the Discord yet, pop in, and the link is down below in the notes. And we'll see you on the Discord.